Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 15th of 2022, and we're not only getting closer to other Star Wars TV shows out there, like Star Wars Andor, Bad Batch Season 2, as well as, of course, Tales of the Jedi. There's also a handful of other Star Wars TV shows that will be announced on Disney Plus Day, and of course D23, which are about to debut in the next couple of months from now. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the future of the Star Wars universe is that there are a lot of things happening at the same exact time between Star Wars Legends getting revived and Jon, George, and Dave dragging a lot of the highlights from all of that and dragging it into Star Wars canon under Disney, and exactly how they're going to create a balance between, of course, all of that really is going to be a very big task for George, Jon, and Dave to complete. I mean, it's not going to be an easy one. It's going to take a lot of time and effort and focus for them to really get this right. Now, given that there are a lot of other things happening with, of course, the books and the comics and how that's going to lend itself to the new Star Wars universe canon material, on top of all of this, what's even all the more exciting has a lot to do with what Jon Favreau recently had to say about the future of the Mandalorian series and its surrounding spin-off shows, and exactly what it means for some of the cameos that are currently being planned for, of course, these new Star Wars TV shows and the continuation of The Mandalorian, such as with Season 3 and 4, which, by the way, are being worked on back-to-back as we know it. Now, on top of all of this, what's really exciting about everything between Favreau and Filoni is that they are really working together as a team on over a dozen Star Wars TV shows. So, with both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni currently focused on the future of Star Wars with Mando 3 and 4, and developing spin-offs of the Mandalorian series, in a recent interview with Favreau, he was eventually questioned about the use of cameos in the Mandalorian series, and was also questioned about the return of Mace Windu and other cameos. Favreau went on to state the following: "Well, you know, I recently met up with George, and we had this big discussion about if Mace Windu survived Order 66 or not after his battle against Palpatine, and we both agreed that Mace would have absolutely survived that fall and attack by Palpatine, without question. Me and George are going over what we can explore with that character in future episodes and TV shows, and how we can make that possible for the fans. I actually met with Samuel Jackson some time ago, and he was pretty excited about the idea of Mace coming back into the canon. I really can't go into details about our conversations and what we have planned and in stock, but I think fans will be very satisfied in just a couple of years' time. So just hang in there." Additionally, Favreau went on to reveal bigger surprises, actually stating more about the following: "Well, for Mando Season 4, I really want to make it cameo heavy, just like what we did in Mando Season 2. Mando 4 is something that's really going to wrap everything together, and we have some pretty major appearances planned to hit live action. This includes characters from animated shows, video games, and even Star Wars Legends, and what George had approved over 2 decades ago at this point. It's really beginning to become very fun and exciting to work on the 4th season, because it's really going to do some next level things that fans never even expected. I say this with great optimism, that the cameos that will be a part of The Mandalorian Season 4 are really going to make those hardcore fans from so many years ago extremely satisfied with what we are putting together for the community." Now, I just want to stop here before I get to the next, exciting things of what Favreau has to say about all of this, is that everything related to the future of Star Wars, alright, we already know that Favreau really wants to make sure that Star Wars fans are going to be very happy with how Mando 3 and 4 are going to actually work itself out in 2023 and 2024. Basically, Mando 4 is going to be the cameo-heavy season. It's going to be a big deal for Favreau and Filoni. The thing about Mace Windu, I think that he basically just indirectly confirmed the leaks that we've been going over for the past 6-7 months now about Mace Windu in The Mandalorian Season 4, coming back as his elderly self. So he would be very old at this point in time during the events of Mando 4, And not just that, he's also, teasing the canonizing material of making it out that Mace Windu survived the fall and attack by Emperor Palpatine. And at the end of the day, we already know that Favreau and Filoni are really on board about bringing characters back to life and or making it out to be that those characters never really died. I mean, look at Boba Fett, right? Everybody thought that he was basically gone and dead for the longest time due to the Sarlacc pit, and Favreau and Filoni wanted to make it possible that he actually survived that. And so now you have a very interesting scenario where the same is happening with Mace Windu. Is it going a bit overboard? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how it's executed, but I digress, alright? So he goes on to say the following. Me and Dave are going over all the cameos that we can insert into the 4th season that will not only make sense, but will also excite both hardcore fans that are into comics and such, and also casual fans that know familiar faces that will make their way into the 4th season and return. We are really going to make this into a battle royale, is all I can really say. It's going to go wild, and we are leading up to some kind of war that I can't get into right now. We are in the process of hiring new creators, be it directors and co-writers, to help us accomplish these big goals for the 4th season. We will also be exploring exciting sides of Luke Skywalker in this season that will be stripping from Star Wars Legends, that we are going to be paying tribute to for the community to really bring things to a new level for the Star Wars franchise. It's all about focus and understanding of the community to really give the fans what they want in these new Star Wars TV shows and the continuation of the Mandalorian Star Wars series. So Favreau wants to make it clear here that it's not just about the cameos, but it's all about making these cameos and their appearances make a lot of sense. He doesn't want to just blindly throw in cameos into these Star Wars shows, and I respect that. The fact that he is openly saying this to the fans, that he wants to make sure that the cameos coming back to Star Wars are going to really hold value, just goes to show you that Favreau is pretty much on his A game with this. He knows what he's doing, he's got his head on straight, he knows exactly what the fans want to see. And as far as teasing the return of Mace Windu, that's another big deal, because obviously, Mace Windu is probably one of the most favored characters in the Star Wars universe. We already know that everything related to the prequels, has only been gaining more and more value over the years, and a lot of fans are tuning into those movies more so as time passes by. So, The Mandalorian Season 4, guys, in case you guys did not know about this, is that it is going to have a pretty big time jump. It's going to have a pretty big time jump compared to Mando 3, and that's so they can explore different sides of Luke Skywalker's life, to watch, over the character and to see his progression into becoming a fully trained Jedi Master and building that temple, recruiting Jedi students and, gaining new Padawans, etc. So, obviously, there's a lot of things coming our way for 2024. It's looking like it's going to be the busiest year for Star Wars because, let's face it, some Star Wars projects unfortunately got pushed to 2023, leaving more breathing room for this year. But overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to